I was gonna save this one, but unfortunately, with a spate of editorial scams on the internet, I feel like I need to do a goat's notes on finding a good editor. So, first of all, let's define some terms. A lot of people are afraid to get an editor because, and I've heard many times, they're going to change my vision. An editor can't do that, or shouldn't do that. Now, if you go through a publisher, they may have someone whose title is editor, but their job is to make sure that your product is in line with their brand. So yes, a publisher may make demands that certain things get changed. A proofreader will do nothing but go through, check your commas, your punctuation. Finally, you have line editors. They will not only proofread your article, but they will check for inconsistencies. They will check for things that are unclear. Things that in your mind are quite obvious because you thought of them, but that to the outside reader or the outside eye simply doesn't make any sense. They'll also check for things like you said Sarah for the first half of the book and then you changed it to Sally and you missed a few spaces when you went back to make your changes. Most importantly, you want to watch out for scam editors. Now, there isn't a great way to do that, as with all scams. However, you can do things like, do they have a profile? Do they have a website? Are they known in the writing community? Can they give you references? In some cases, an editor may have been uncredited on a certain piece, and so it's not always possible for them to simply hand you a book. But you should be able to talk to the author who they edited for, find out what the working experience was like. Check and make sure that their rate is in line with the current trends. For instance, my rates are all based on the Editorial Freelancers Association estimated rates on their website. Are they asking for the entirety of the fee up front? That's also a red flag. I'm not going to say that they won't ask you for a deposit because, let me tell you, not getting paid is certainly a problem in this area. Different editors are going to work in different ways, and I'm not going to speak for all of them. I'm simply saying be careful who does your editing, be careful that they are doing a good job, and be careful that they're doing more than just running through a grammar checker. Also, if you're doing role-playing games, it's extra important that you find someone who has some experience with gaming. There are simply different formatting issues that go into a role-playing game than go into, say, a novel. Happy headbutting!